And we are live on Zoom. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron's internet radio station. I'm thankful and grateful for everyone that is taking time out of their busy days to come and join me as I break down March 2025's monthly Zodiac Natives soul vibrations according to the numbers, according to the cards, and according to the planets and signs. I'm going to give a moment to let folks get in and get settled. Stand by. Hey there, Nikki. Good to see you.
I always gotta find the mute button. It's great to be here. Great to be here. I'm on time today. Well,
Well, no matter when you show up, you're always on time.
always on time. So
Always.
yeah, I'll be driving for a little bit and then I'll touch ground. But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. But I appreciate your presence. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Miss Lemons, how are you?
I'm fantastic, especially now I got my new bed. I can't wait to lay on it and go to sleep in it.
When did it come in today?
Yes, it was supposed to be here yesterday, but I wasn't here when it was getting delivered, so I had to wait till today.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't go to work until my bed was here.
Hey, look, they lucky you went in at all. Shit.
Really, really.
Because once you see that new bed, you want to lay up in it and make sure that it's proper now. I mean, test the
Yeah.
mattress out and all of that. Yeah, the things.
Yeah, but it's been a very adjusting time. There's been an adjustments. Nothing bad, and that's the adjustment. Is adjusting to it not nothing being like malice. There's no malice. It's
Right,
really everything is good. And I spent
right.
my whole day driving yesterday, and I was just smiling at how much progress has happened in this past, even the past few months has
Yep.
been very different. So yeah, it's good.
Well, I'm want to reiterate to the folks that in spite of what the news media wants to say about what's going on, in spite of what uninformed and ignorant folks bombard you with,
Mm-hmm.
2025 is a most opportune year for personal advancement, for personal development, for self-awareness, and for anybody that wants to break away from groupthink.
Yeah.
2025 is going to be the year. You could get away from groupthink and not get your ass beat, so to speak, in this year. And it's all centered around getting away from the nonsense, getting away from the drama, getting away from shit you can't control, and focusing in on what you can control. You can control what's manifesting in your reality. You can control what goes on in your house. You can control your attitudes and your thoughts and your perspectives. You get to control that. And by taking ownership of your attitudes. I take ownership of my attitude. Some early mornings, I got really fucked up attitude because yeah. Don't bombard me until I've had my meditation session and my cup of tea. After I meditated, after I had my cup of tea, maybe. But if you come running down here, 5 minutes after I wake up, you're gonna get some attitude out of me because yeah. And it's also a year to either set or make boundaries. If you're a person who doesn't have boundaries, this is your year to set or make them. And if you're a person who consistently sets boundaries, to reaffirm them. Uh, and it's okay to set your boundaries out even further than the ones that you had already established, because this is all about getting ourselves to our individual highest form of expression. And if we each undertake that proposition, if we each say to ourselves, I'm going to be the highest version of myself today. And if we each do that every day, over half of the shit that is plaguing the world would go away. It would go away. So I'm encouraging all of us to dive into your own intuition and dive into your common sense, logic, and sound reasoning. Uh, it will take you very, very far. Um, we are live. This is on the Sevens with Pifers B. Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am Pifers B. Metatron, your hostess with the mostest, and today is a very good day to be me. Every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. And I guarantee you this: should you make this mantra part of your day and then go about doing everything it motivates and inspires you to do, you'll notice each and every day that your life is getting better exponentially. So, um, before we get in, I got a lot of esoterics to cover today. I'm not going to waste uh, or give too much time to anything political today. What's happening politically is what it is, and it will be what it will be. I cannot control anything that happens in Washington, D.C., or New York City, or Atlanta, or anywhere else. I can control what happens here. I will suggest that if you are able, listen to the president's uh, address to the joint sessions of Congress tonight, and listen with an open mind. Don't listen with a preconceived notion. Don't listen with he's evil and I hate him in the heart. Listen with an open mind. Uh, I'm sure there are going to be things that he says tonight that are going to ruffle folks' feathers. Hell, a lot of shit he says ruffles my feathers when he first says it. However, when I get past my ego and drill down into common sense, logic, and sound reasoning, I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I may not agree with how he said it. And again, you guys know this about me. Whenever someone lets me know that I've said something that offends them, I say, I apologize for how you heard that. I don't say things with malicious intent normally, and I don't, willfully want to chop somebody up. However, if the truth that I share with you chops you up, then that's on you, not on me. So just listen with open mind. It's going to be refreshing to actually hear what the plan is on a go forward basis. And again, everything that has gone on since this man was inaugurated, and nothing has touched my life yet. So I don't know. I don't know how everybody else feels, and everyone is of course, your opinion matters to you, and you are welcome to have your opinion. um, but I just say, just listen in. Just listen in. We got so many folks that aren't going to listen, and then they'll be the first ones online or the first ones on TV talking shit about what he said or didn't say, and they didn't even listen. At least listen in, and for everyone who is saying, 6 weeks in, oh well, the price of eggs went up and stuff is not going down. Well, nobody was saying shit for the 4 years previous. The folks who are the ones talking about egg prices now were the ones who were responsible for the inflation for the past 4 years. And they didn't say shit during the past 4 years. They started saying shit 2 hours after Mr. Trump was inaugurated. You may not have to, you may not like him as a person, you may not like his methods. However, if you live in America, this is your home. And I would hope that you would want your president, whether you voted for him or not, to be successful. I wanted Joe Biden to be successful. I truly, truly did. And my only issue with him was for the folks who was covering up whatever was going on in his brain. And I really kind of at the end, I felt bad for him that they kept pushing him out. They knew uh, what his situation was. So, but again, um, take that with a grain of salt. You guys get to decide on your own, but just tune in at 6 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. Tune in to whichever station that you choose. Quite sure it's going to be on the legacy media and a few of the cable stations, and just tune in and listen. Listen, listen, not to receive, listen to hear what he has to say. All right, all right. This is March 2025 monthly Zodiac Native Soul Vibrations. Want to say welcome to Yolanda. Thank you for showing up. Welcome to Robin. Thank you for showing up. And wow, Mocha Blue Blaze, the medicine woman. It's been a while since you've been on the Zoom portion of our calls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Open up your mic and say hello to the people if you can.
Hello, people.
It's good to have you here, Mocha.
Thank you.
All right, all right. All right. According to the numbers, March 2025 monthly Zodiac Soul Native Soul Vibrations. According to the numbers, March 2025's universal soul number is a 303. How do we get there? 20 plus 2 plus 5, 2 plus 2 plus 5. Well, 20 plus 2 plus 5, that's 27, 9. And then March is 1, 2, 3, the third month. So 27 plus 3 equals the 303. This will be a month of opportunity, recognition, social success, and advancement with the power of the cosmos amplifying the three energy. Three energy in itself is opportunity, recognition, social success, advancement, fun, uh, um, be in the right place, right time, all those things. When you see a zero behind any one of the numbers, it is the power of the cosmos or the power of God or Allah or whatever you consider source creator. It's that power that is amplifying and magnifying whatever energy the number is in front of it. So this is a 3 with the power of the cosmos behind it. You will be receiving much more attention, and you will be receiving many new personal and business situations, associations, and endeavors this month. Expect people and events from the past to show up this month. This is even more prevalent now because Venus just retrograded in Aries on the 1st. And yeah, more so than in a Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Venus retrograde is when the old lovers from the past really pop up, or if anybody on this call today is the one that got away for someone else, if they haven't contacted you already, they will. Trust me, they will be getting in contact with you. If you are the one that got away from them in their mind, they will reach out and touch you. This is your month to set your plans into motion, along with contributing your maximum effort, commitment, and consistency towards making your dreams and visions into your reality and putting in tremendous effort into reshaping your life for the better. This is the month that your pace of your life will definitely increase, and there will be an inspiring energy directing your concerns, proceedings, and commerce. This is the month you should definitely draw on and embrace your imagination, your inspiration, your optimism, and your creative talent that lies deep in you at the soul core level. This month, it is important for you to become mindful and to give serious thought energy to manifesting your personal and business goals, desires, and active pursuits, which constantly simmer for you at the soul core level. Inject your creative motivation, happiness, and emotion into your personal and business situations, associations, and endeavors to advance and expand your financial position and to animate and arouse your intimate and interpersonal soul connections. This is your month. This is your month of your action and ambition meeting with opportunity. So resist the temptation to just chill and keep your focus on what you are tangibly producing. And that should afford you the ability to stabilize yourself and get the most out of this auspicious month. Your determined ambition and effort, channeled in positive and productive manner and form, this will definitely be one of the most prosperous months ever. This is the month that your interpersonal situations, associations, and endeavors will become much more significant and much more essential. Equal exchange of energy between you and your interpersonal situations, associations, and endeavors will be very present, and it is vital to and for you to be peaceful and amicable this month. Mix, mingle, and merge with the new tribe while still maintaining those situations, associations, and endeavors that are innovators and those that are providing invaluable products or services this month. This is the month to go with the flow of life, capitalizing on every opportunity and allowing the necessary time for all things to come to full maturity later this month and into April 2025. Give your entire thought energy into progressing and expanding your personal and business goals, desires, and active pursuits, specifically those that give you more liberty and freedom in your artistic and creative soul expressions. This month, seeking bliss, comfort, and contentment, short excursions and getaways, and getting back into the social scene or game will keep you extremely active, and any new love affairs will definitely be something that everyone will be watching, as they will be full of life and very interesting to and for you and your circle. This is the month for you to stay cool, calm, and collected. Leave the details to others this month, and don't sweat the small stuff should be your motto. This is the most optimal and auspicious month you will have, and your success depends upon your ability to rise above worry, concern, and doubt. This is the month that you control everything manifesting in your reality. Improved and increased finances, vocational and business opportunities, personal liberty and freedom, contentment and bliss are all for you this month. By staying positive and productive, you will place yourself in positions of advantage and abundance. This month is not the month for living or being overindulgent, excessive, or reckless. Be mindful and purposeful of not wasting your effort, energy, or resources. This month is the month for you to be the light, shining bright in dark places. This is the month of forward progress and not for all that talking and gossiping and other types of non-productive communications, which will attract calamity, chaos, and confusion to you. This is the month to be discreet in your speech, unless afforded the opportunity to advance along recognized and respectful platforms and arenas. Fortune is following you this month, and you should feel a rush of optimism all month long. It is cultivation time for seeds previously planted. Be sure to pay very close attention to security, system, and order, and strive in all your doings to maintain balance in these areas this month, as you will have a party spirit the entire month. Any comments, any questions, any concerns about this 303 universal month of March 2025? Hey, Lady D, how are you? Glad you can make it. Hey, Don, glad you could get in here too as well. Nope, no questions, no comments. All right, all right. According to the cards, your March 2025 crown position monthly overview vibration is the 10 of Spades, overcoming all health, work, and lifestyle difficulties. The 10 of Spades is one of the best cards for success and satisfaction concerning your health, your work, and any lifestyle difficulties you may periodically experience, though you may also expect to work very hard when it is present. Overcoming all obstacles in your health, your work, and concerning any lifestyle difficulties are the attributes of this card. With this powerful card present, it is advised that you make a list of all that you want to accomplish this month and get working. You will be successful. At times, you will feel that all you do is work, 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 and yet for most, the rewards will be more than worth the effort. Success related to groups is definitely highlighted for all of us this month. Your work may often seem to be a burden under this card's influence, or you may become obsessed with all things that you have to do. This card can be a workaholic kind of influence. However, if you have a list of specific goals and want to achieve them successfully, there is hardly a better card to have in your reading than this one. Here is your March 2025 Change Agent Challenge vibration. The Queen of Spades. Mastery of self opens many doors of opportunity. Somehow connected to your crown position monthly overview vibration for March 2025, you are attempting to develop a sense of mastery from within, a greater level of organizational ability, or both. The Queen of Spades is a powerful card, and you are indeed asking for a lot. Self-mastery comes from inner knowledge and self-control. It comes from controlling one's thoughts, attitude, beliefs, words, and actions, guided by higher principles. It is knowing that you can have everything you want, not by changing the world, however, by changing yourself. The Queen of Spades can be a card of drudgery and hard labor. You see the connection with the overview already? It would not be surprising if you found yourself having to work very hard this month and possibly doing work that you find somewhat distasteful or tedious. Spades are work, and the Queen uses her work as karma yoga, a tool to purify her thoughts and emotions. This is the goal that you have set before yourself, and you must have good reasons for why you want this. Keep these reasons uppermost in your mind as you progress through March 2025. You no doubt will have to make some changes both within and outside of yourself to achieve this goal, and it will not always be easy. Here are your March 2025 creative talents expressed vibration. The 8 of Diamonds, overcoming all financial difficulties. The 8 of Diamonds tells you that you will have a considerable amount of financial power. The power to make money is yours, and this is power that you probably want to use for some special purpose. Financial power can come from many avenues. You could earn the money or you could borrow the money. However, one thing is for sure. In order to have this financial power, you will have to get very clear on how much money you want and what the purpose of having that money will be. You see, the 8 of Diamonds means focusing and concentrating on our values and making choices about what is most important in our life and what is not. Through this kind of focus, money is always attracted to us in the amounts we need. Our March 2025 expansion and abundance vibration is the 9 of Diamonds. Financial endings and smart investing bring abundance. In this placement, this card can mean affluence. Spending or investing a large sum of money is indicated, which means you have to have money in order to spend it. A large sum of money can be both made and lost, all within March 2025. This card indicates extravagant tastes and poor judgment with money, which can cause financial loss to the point of discomfort. You might find much satisfaction, however, in matters that involve charity or other community service. It is likely that a job or occupation could come to an end now. However, if so, it will probably be one of the better endings you have had in your life. The end will be easy and perhaps financially protected. If you resist any endings that occur now, you are only depriving yourself of the wonderful changes that are moving you to a new and better stage and phase of your life. This is our March 2025 learning and growth vibration. The 8 of Hearts, overcoming all social and emotional difficulties. This card gives you the power to overcome all social and emotional difficulties and to overcome all pain and illness and to heal yourself or help others in their healing if you so desire. A lot of charm and emotional power are present for you now, and this can be used successfully to further your career and financial goals. With the karmic influence of the cosmos influencing this placement this month, you may find that your own power to get what you want emotionally leads you into some difficult relationships, ones that perhaps reflect your own immaturity in handling this power. The 8 of Hearts is a card of considerable emotional power charm, and personal magnetism. This power could be used to bring you success in any activities that deal with groups of people, such as acting or sales work. It is also an indicator of having healing energy, a spiritual force gathering in you, a force you can use to better your life in many, many ways. When this card is present, this power is available to use at your discretion. All right. All right. Our March 2025 personal challenge vibration is the 5 of Spades. Radical changes in your health, your work, and your lifestyle. During March 2025, you will have a change of some importance. This could be a change of profession or a change in the labor force of a business. This is also a strong indicator of a sale of real estate or a change of residence, both of which might be unexpected. Changes or travel that happen now may happen unexpectedly and may leave you feeling somewhat insecure or unsettled. These changes are most likely overdue and beneficial in many ways. The 5 of Spades is one of the strongest indicators of radical changes in your health, your work, and in your lifestyle. It could indicate a change in your overall perspective as well. At its most basic level, the 5 of Spades means a change in your lifestyle or the things that you do day in and day out. When this card appears, something will change that affects the way you live or the things that you do each and every day. And then finally, from the cards, our March 2025 goals, desires, and active pursuits manifestation vibration. The Ace of Diamonds, new beginnings in work and in making money. The Ace of Diamonds means the desire for money or the birth of a new way of earning money. All aces represent new beginnings, a desire for something that starts a new cycle of creating. Aces are the representatives of pure creative energy. Diamonds represent our value systems, the things that we like or dislike, treasure or throw away. So, the Ace of Diamonds means that we experience the birth of a new value or that we suddenly like or want something that we did not like or want before. Because diamonds are commonly associated with money and our work, the Ace of Diamonds can mean the beginning of a new financial enterprise or the desire to obtain money for a specific purpose. One of your major goals this month will somehow include or cause you to end up with an entirely new way of making money. Perhaps this is the month that you set definite financial goals for yourself and decide that you deserve to have more money to spend. At any rate, this highly motivating influence promises that by the beginning of April 2025, you will be off in a new direction, heading towards the realization of your financial goals. Any comments, any questions about the cards? A lot of overcoming difficulties, a lot of financial protection in there, as we see a lot of new beginnings and a lot of success, a lot of work. You know, only in the dictionary does success show up before work. That's the only place on 3D that success shows up before work is in the dictionary. So don't be afraid to put in a little bit of hard work. We could trade the word hard for smart. Put in a lot of smart work this month. You will reap the benefits. I mean, already. Look, already. So I did a little work this morning. Wasn't expect the dividend to come until next week. The dividend came 3 minutes before I went live today. I like that instant manifestation type of shit. No, I know that manifestation take a while. Some of the shit that is manifested today, I've been manifesting for 10, 12 years. However, it's always good to get one of those instant and immediate manifestations. Any comments, any questions before I go on to the planets and the signs?
Well, I'm excited about that, Mark, that hearing. I've been applying for my next step. So I'm optimistic that maybe this month I'll get those nipples.
Absolutely, you will. I guarantee you will.
And not just I've reached a cap at my certain position, and in my industry, you move around every 2 years. That's the
Absolutely.
projection. If you stay in the same spot for 2 years, I'm sorry to say it, you're a punk.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you're a chump, and that's just the industry standard. Everybody knows you move around every 2 years in IT. So there you
Right.
go.
Absolutely.
Bro, that's when you're ready for your next move, your next growth, your growth step. So there you go. I'm excited. So
good for you.
I'd like to wait and see what happens. No, no, what do I want to say? What they say, don't get attached to the expectation.
Yeah.
Just let it flow,
Don't
because
worry
then
about
you'll
the
yeah.
destination. Just stay present in your journey. That's right.
Yes, and keep chipping away at it. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Well, I'm sending you positive outcome, energy, and expedited advancement and promotion energy as you navigate to and through waiting on the powers that be to catch up with the cosmos. But your advancement, your promotion, your next step has already been orchestrated by the cosmos, and we're just waiting on 3D to catch up. Thank you for that, Nikki. All right, all right. According to the planets and signs, March 2025 is a month of shifting energy, marked by bold beginnings, deep reflection, and transformational moments. It kicked off with Mercury entering Aries on March 3rd, although I did mention the retrograde on the 1st, bringing frantic and fast paced personal and professional communications, critical, direct, and independent thinking, and a reality based sense of urgency to decision making. However, patience will be necessary as Mercury retrogrades in Aries on March 15th, urging a thorough reassessment of recent personal and professional choices, especially those choices made hastily, impulsively, or under duress. Yes, the venom has been turned up, the vitriol has been turned up, the spewing has been turned up to a whole new level. Uh, and it really started when Venus jumped in retrograde on the 1st, but definitely since yesterday. I mean, there you could just feel you could just feel the difference in how folks uh, are talking to you and how they really want to talk to you. And I must have this look about myself that lets folks know that I'm a FAAFO person. You want to talk some shit to me, then you're gonna fuck around and find out what's gonna happen if you come up and me clapping back with some nonsense. Just depends on how I'm feeling that day, if I'm gonna let you get by with that nonsense or not. Um, all of us be mindful as we head towards the retrograde on the 14th. And instead of making hasty decisions now, let's be critical and direct and independent in our thoughts, and let's use reality when we're making our decisions right now. The most intense moment of March 2025 arrives on March 13th, with a lunar eclipse in Virgo, amplifying, highlighting, and influencing themes of completion, endings, and graduations, mental thought clarity, and unresolved trauma release. This eclipse may bring a few long-awaited revelations, particularly in areas concerning work, health, and day-to-day routines. You hear that day-to-day routines, hear that work and health and lifestyle shit. Here it is coming up again. It is a time to step back and determine what is truly serving your highest good and nurturing your well-being, and what needs to be recalibrated, what needs to be replaced, and what needs to be revised. On March 20th, the sun moves into Aries, marking the 2025 spring equinox, Mother Earth's natural New Year's Day. Woohoo! And the official start of a new astrological year. This shift brings fresh personal and creative energy, refreshed personal and creative motivation, and a cosmic clarion call to take immediate initiative towards manifesting your highest good goals, desires, and active pursuits. Aries season 2025 is all about independence in thought, action, word, and deed, and personal courage, in truth and in form and in action, making it the perfect time to embrace new personal and professional opportunities and set bold personal and professional affirmations and intentions. Yeah, now's the time to really just go out there, go as far out as you are comfortable, and then take 7 more steps and then plant your stake there. Venus, however, continues its retrograde journey, reaching a very significant junction point on March 27th as it moves back into Pisces. Relationships, finances, and self-worth may be under review, prompting a serious reconsideration of what truly aligns with your personal values. With so much Aries energy in the air, it is important to balance action with introspection, ensuring that your personal and professional choices are made from a place of self-awareness rather than from a place of fear, lack, or impulse. March 2025 challenges each of us to navigate a mix of rapid and radical personal and professional changes and deep mental and emotional introspection. While Aries' fiery energy encourages bold steps forward, the Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde remind us that not everything can be rushed. Finding the balance between action and reflection will be key to making the most of March 2025's dynamic and turbulent shifts. Any comments, any questions? Miss Williams, I know you got something you could add to that. Did I miss anything, or what are you thinking? What are you feeling about March 2025?
I definitely do agree, especially with the eclipse energy. Like Virgo is all about health and routine in the workforce. So I definitely see there might be some changes going on as far as different workforces. People could honestly be going on strike, or people could just be fed up with how someone else is controlling the workforce. So there might be a little pushback on that. But yeah, definitely a good time to do some evaluation. Virgo is also the checklist master.
The
So
nitpicker. Yep, the nitpicker of the Zodiac. Yep.
yeah. So if you know you could do better, if you see how you can do better, you best put your best foot forward and get on with it, and don't get lost in the sauce, because again, nine's in early, nine turns into 0. So the quicker you can move through your ego, your emotions, and the parts of you that you feel like is not good enough, or you might have some inferiority complex, you need to you need to get like active with working with that, because Aries with Saturn and Neptune going into Aries is going to force everyone to start thinking for themselves, doing for themselves, knowing themselves and how they identify themselves, and not be wrapped up in the chaotic confusion that keeps people on the wheel, never wanting to get off.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting month of self growth, like seeing yourself grow better than you have before. And that part you touched on about taking a step further and then moving deeper into it, that's the exact conversation I was giving myself earlier, because I've had all these things just fall through and come through. It's like, okay, now let's take it up a notch.
Yep.
Don't get too comfortable.
No. And again, go out as far as you're comfortable, but then take those further steps, man, because there is so much expansive and abundant power and vibration that is going to be balled up into all of March's energy, that you don't even have to work. You don't even have to know that there's a step that is coming up. Just when you take your step, by the time your foot gets below, there'll be something there that'll put you up. So just go out as far as you can. Go all the way out there. Your courage will be rewarded. Thank you for that, Miss Lemons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is time to move out of the quiet and reserved phase. It's time to move into the purposed and intentional phase of living and being. Always knowing that you got to fill your cup up first. And then as your cup overflows, then you start filling up other cups. All right. Zodiac native soul vibrations. I got one for each of us. And as always, sun sign is important, moon sign is important, rising or your ascendant sign is very important. And if you have a stellium, or if you have 3 or more placements in your chart, you want to listen to that one too. So sun sign, moon sign, ascendant, and if you got a stellium or 3 or more placements, that sign will be for you. Aries natives. This one is for you. Hold on. All right. March 2025 is the most powerful month of 2025 for you, my ascending Aries natives. There will be challenges. However, fear not. For every twist brings an opportunity for growth. The energy intensified when Venus in Aries stationed retrograde on March 1st. Trudging through your first house of self, Venus encouraged you to reassess your priorities, plans, and relationships over the next 6 weeks. Mercury enters your sign on March 3rd, sharpening your mind and speech and amplifying your natural charisma and personal confidence. Your words carry more weight now. Once Mercury retrogrades on March 15th, you will definitely have to reassess and reconsider a few recent decisions that you have made. The lunar eclipse on March 13th awakens your 8th house of transformation. Deep emotional revelations and unexpected personal changes will reveal hidden blessings. Mercury goes retrograde on the 15th and forces you to slow down and pause. With a double retrograde, both Mercury and Venus in your sign, be sure to honor self-care. Avoid making big decisions and investments without reading the fine print. Your soul's journey takes an exciting turn when the sun enters your sign on March 20th, the spring equinox, the 2025 spring equinox. Your energy is invigorated with courage. Venus retrograde sways into Pisces and your 12th house of healing on March 27th, urging you to revisit a situation from early February 2025. Your highlight of March 2025 is the Aries solar eclipse on March 29th. This eclipse ends a cycle that began in July 2023 and sparks new manifestations. Mercury slips back into Pisces on the same day, prompting rest. On March 30th, Neptune dips into Aries for the first time since the 1800s to show us a glimpse of how society is reshaping. Neptune will enhance your creativity and intuition until October 2025, making this an excellent time to trust your instincts. Now, before I go any further, I was remiss not to mention that uh, uh, Neptune dipping into Aries for the first time in over 200 is a real significant cosmic event to go along with Pluto in Aquarius. You see, Pluto in Aquarius is the machine that's got the wrecking ball that's going to tear all of this horse shit down and crumble everything down to the ground. Neptune in Aries is the worker bees who are going to reshape the shit. So at the end of this month, when Neptune dips back into Aries for the first time since the 1800s, we all are going to get our own unique view into how society is going to reshape this horseshit that is being blown up, and how each of us are going to be able to play a part in the reshaping. I am fucking excited about this. I tell folks all the time, yeah, I just turned 62 on the 9th of last month. First 59 and a half was the trial run. I incarnated for this Pluto and Aquarius shit. Yes, I did. I incarnated for this 20 plus year transit, and then what happens afterwards? All right.
Ice cream? Is that what happens? Ice cream?
I scream, we all scream. That's right. We all scream. All right. Taurus natives. This one is for you. March 2025 is fierce, Taurus. However, so are you, and your strength and implicit self-trust will definitely guide you to and through many fiery and intense events and happenings throughout March 2025, my ascending Taurus natives. The intensity begins when Venus stations retrograde in Aries and your 12th house of spirituality on March 1st. Explore how your goals and relationships align with your deeper emotional needs. On March 3rd, Mercury enters Aries, enhancing your intuition and empowering your gut instincts. You might find yourself more attuned to dreams and curious about the spiritual side of life. Your concepts of romance and creativity evolve during the Virgo lunar eclipse that enlivens your 5th house of pleasure on March 13th. Clear the space for something beautiful to be born. When Mercury in Aries stations retrograde on the 15th, it is time to rest your mind. With a double retrograde, Mercury and Venus, it is imperative that you master the art of relaxation. Meditation will feel nourishing and help you connect with your higher self. The vibe changes when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. The start of spring restores emotional confidence. Venus retrogrades in Pisces and your 11th house of friendship and faith on March 27th, offering you a chance to heal or be healed. The Aries solar eclipse on March 29th instigates sudden personal and professional change. A cycle that began in July 2023 ends for you, and you are ready for what is up for you next. On the same day, Mercury retrograde slips back into Pisces, encouraging you to carefully communicate. When Neptune dips into Aries on March 30th, for the first time since the 1800s, you could feel a soul calling to share your gifts. A new passion project could be discovered by following your intuition. Any comments, Aries or native, Aries or Taurus? Any comments, any questions? I know you are, Robin. I know you are. It's magical. Yep, very magical. Gemini, this one is for you. March 2025 will be a month of cosmic intensity, my ascending Gemini natives. However, you will have the wits and courage to withstand the storm. You will need to reevaluate your plans when Venus in Aries station retrograde in your 11th house of personal connection and your inner faith on March 1st. Give everything more time to develop and avoid rushing. On March 3rd, Mercury enters Aries and your leadership skills sharpen as your recent upgrade of your self-worth begins to emerge. The Virgo lunar eclipse in your 4th house of emotions brings fast and undeniable personal change on March 13th. A surprising shift in your living situation or a revelation regarding a loved one might swiftly reroute what you once considered unmovable. Rise above drama between friends and people online when Mercury goes retrograde on the 15th. I'm going to take that advice for myself. Exciting collaborations could be in the works when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. It's important people are noticing you. So if you want to make a difference, take the initiative. Venus retrograde slips back into Pisces in your 10th house of career on March 27th, prompting you to reevaluate your professional alignment and personal empowerment. The Aries solar eclipse on March 29th helps you reimagine how you connect with others. A cycle that began in 2023 officially ends, liberating you from limiting beliefs and people. Mercury retrograde backtracks into Pisces the same day, encouraging patience. You could be revisiting a conversation from the beginning of the month with more grace. Neptune visits Aries on March 30th for the first time since the 1800s, offering a preview of upcoming societal shifts. You could feel inspired to connect in community and contribute to the cultural evolution taking place. The Cancer natives, this one is for you. The energetic turbulence of March 2025 is inescapable, my ascending Cancer natives, yet your intuition will help you sail through. Venus in Aries retrogrades in your 10th house of career on March 1st, forcing a reevaluation of your long-term goals, desires, and active pursuits. Over the next 6 weeks, you could be reconsidering paths and people you once dismissed. You will be lit up with ideas and excitement when Mercury enters Aries on March 3rd. Just make sure to avoid oversharing. Transformation arrives during the Virgo lunar eclipse on March 13th, illuminating your 3rd house of communication. Unexpected news or a sudden change in your immediate environment calls for flexibility and reminds you that change leads to beautiful opportunities. Mercury stations retrograde on the 15th, stirring potential misunderstandings in your professional realm. With a double retrograde, Mercury and Venus in Aries, it is imperative that you double check your work, embrace patience, and pause when agitated. The sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox, amplifying your visibility. By channeling your skills, you will grow exponentially. Venus retrograde sways back into Pisces and your 9th house of adventure on March 27th. inspiring you to revisit people and places of the past. Major surprises awaken you during the Aries solar eclipse on March 29th. As you end a cycle that began in 2023, you emerge more confident and fiercer. Mercury retrogrades into Pisces on the same day, asking you to bravely explore the unknown. When Neptune enters Aries on March 30th, for the first time since the 1800s, you could have a greater sense of clarity on what your role is in the societal shifts happening around you. Any comments, any questions, Cancer?
It reiterated
Gemini.
my whole thing about career, Mark.
Yes, it did.
It did. I'm a Cancer native, and that just reiterated what is going on with the changes, the career. Let's just watch it unfold. Again, use your tuition. Don't get too snappy. Thank you for don't just take that step back. Be careful, cautious at
Cautious.
the
Check your work once, check it twice, check it 3 times. That's right. That's
and
right.
think before you speak. So there you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Leo native, this one is for you. March 2025's astrology might be tumultuous, my ascending Leo natives. However, your courage will be stronger than any challenge thrown your way. March 2025 begins with tension as Venus goes retrograde in Aries and your 9th house of growth and learning on the 1st. Over the next 6 weeks, you might crave more personal freedom, leading you to reconsider relationships. New knowledge is intriguing when Mercury enters Aries on the 3rd, enticing you to open your mind to different perspectives. The Virgo lunar eclipse on March 13th brings surprising financial changes. Activating your 2nd house of money and self-esteem, it calls you to stay true to your values if you want to experience monetary success. Mercury goes retrograde in Aries on the 15th, prompting you to gather facts before pushing forward. When the sun moves into Aries on March 20th, the spring equinox, you will feel ready for action. Hell, you already feel ready for action, Leos. The free spirit living within you will be awakened, and you could be embracing a leadership role as a guide, writer, or speaker. On March 27th, Venus retrogrades into Pisces, triggering your 8th house of intimacy. This is an empowering chance to heal a deep relationship wound from the past. The Aries solar eclipse on March 29th brings intense personal transformation that helps you recognize your true potential. A cycle that began in 2023 now ends, allowing you to part ways with limiting beliefs. Mercury retrogrades into Pisces on the same day, fueling your conversations with empathy. Neptune visits Aries on March 30th, awakening your desire to explore the world. In doing so, you will rediscover your unique place in it. Virgo natives, this one is for you. The most intimate areas of your life will change during March 2025, my ascending Virgo natives. However, your unmatched resourcefulness and intuitive powers will guide you. March begins with Venus's station retrograde in Aries and your 8th house of transformation on the 1st, stirring profound emotions related to love, money, and resources. Over the next 6 weeks, reflect on what you want and visit your inner realm to confront your fears. On March 3rd, Mercury enters Aries, intensifying your craving for deep connection. Ask, and you shall receive, Virgo natives. Your most important cosmic transit of March 2025 is when the Virgo lunar eclipse illuminates your first house of identity on March 13th. You are being called to prioritize yourself by choosing the future over the past. A new path is available. On the 15th, Mercury goes retrograde, stirring unnecessary obsession and confusion. With a double retrograde, both Mercury and Venus testing your realm of trust, it will be wise to make only emotional and financial investments that guarantee results. You will feel energized and confident when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. As your personal motivation returns, your sights are set on manifestation. Venus retrograde enters Pisces in your seventh house of love on March 27th, restoring empathy in an important relationship. A breakthrough arrives during the Aries solar eclipse on March 29th. A cycle that began in 2023 ends, relieving you from the stress of survival mode. Mercury retrogrades into Pisces the same day, paving the way for healing conversations. When Neptune enters Aries on March 30th, you could feel both intrigued and inspired to contribute to the larger collective narrative. Any comments, any questions, Leos and Virgos?
I'm definitely, even though I am, of course, a Leo sun and rising, I've definitely been feeling that Virgo energy a lot more lately with the
I know you
stellium.
have.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, I know you have. It's strong, especially on you right now. It has been like the past 3 or 4 weeks, and it will be for a minute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're supposed to be nitpicky right now, Miss Lemons, because your purpose is narrowing. However, it's coming into focus. It's no longer way the fuck down the road. You're gaining on that shit, and it's not moving as fast as you're moving. So
Yeah.
you're gaining speed on it, hon. You're gaining speed.
Mhm.
So yes, the time is now. It's ripe for you to be nitpicky about your purpose, nitpicky about your calling, nitpicky about your content. Just now is not the time just to be putting any old type of shit out there, just to be putting content out, especially for you, Miss Lemons, because you are launching a brand. You're launching yourself out there, naked for everybody to see, for everybody to pick apart, for all the haters to come on to your page, and y'all would be surprised how many of them bullshit emails I get on my pages, various pages about astrology, numbers, the card, it's wicked, it's witchcraft. I tell them all to go eat a fresh bag of eggplant emojis. Yes, it's your time. So get as nitpicky as you can. All right, Libra natives, this one is for you. How deep is your love, my ascending Libra natives? March 2025 brings a total eclipse of your heart. The tumultuous cosmic weather begins when Venus retrogrades in Aries in your seventh house of love and trust on the 1st. Over the next 6 weeks, consider what you need and truly value in your closest connections. Mercury enters Aries on March 3rd, and conversations with loved ones take a passionate turn. Deeply hidden truths come to light as the Virgo lunar eclipse illuminates your 12th house of spirituality on March 13th. In this moment of beautiful personal transformation, you will realize you do not have to be perfect to be happy. Mercury goes retrograde on March 15th, causing potential misunderstandings with loved ones. Be gentle with yourself as the double retrograde, both Mercury and Venus, tests your patience. And do not be afraid to ask for a little space. Give me some room. Give me some room. 50 feet, please. Your heart is open to love when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. Others will be extremely drawn to you, Venus retrograde slips back into Pisces on March 27th, turning the focus to your sixth house of self-care and wellness. You could be revisiting a health or work concern from the past. The Aries solar eclipse on March 29th brings an irresistible new beginning and effectively ends a cycle that began in 2023. Excuse me. Since then, you have found your voice. Mercury retrogrades into Pisces on the same day, inviting you to focus on your healing journey. When Neptune dips into Aries on March 30th, you could feel called to reimagine relationships and love all together as the collective landscape evolves. Scorpio natives, got one for you. March 2025 is an intimidating month, my ascending Scorpio natives. However, your intuitive forces will guide you to growth. The tempestuous vibes begin when Venus in Aries goes retrograde in your sixth house of wellness and work on March 1st. Over the next 6 weeks, you are being tasked with revamping your daily routines and habits. This is a time to prioritize your mind, body, and soul. Mercury enters Aries on March 3rd, inspiring you to take the lead with work and find new ways to improve your health. Expect powerful personal transformation during the Virgo lunar eclipse in your 11th house of friendship and faith on March 13th. A shocking surprise in your social circle or a personal epiphany could quickly reroute your future plans. Remain flexible. On March 15th, Mercury goes retrograde, further highlighting the importance of rest and reflection. It is important for you to tend to your internal garden and listen closely to your intuition once the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the spring equinox, the 2025 spring equinox. Stress-reducing practices will help you find your peace. Venus retrograde floats back into Pisces in your fifth house of pleasure on March 27th, bringing a much-needed dose of romance and imagination. A fiery Aries eclipse on March 29th sparks a renaissance of self-love. The way you take care of yourself is evolving. Mercury retrogrades into Pisces on the same day, inviting you to relax and indulge your senses. When Neptune enters Aries on March 30th, for the first time since the 1800s, you will feel called to explore what service to yourself and others looks like as a collective story evolves. Any comments? Any questions? Welcome, Natanya. Welcome. Glad to have you here. All right, Sages. This one is for you. March 2025 brings trials and tests, my ascending Sagittarius natives. And yet, you have never turned down an adventure. On March 1st, Venus in Aries stations retrograde in your fifth house of pleasure and creativity. Over the next 6 weeks, you will be challenged creatively and within your romantic relationships. This is a time for reflection, not action. So utilize this opportunity to rediscover your needs. Mercury enters Aries on March 3rd, leading to exciting new ideas. The Virgo lunar eclipse on March 13th activates your 10th house of career and influence, signaling major change in your public life. There could be a sudden shift, realization, or even award that you receive. You could change your professional path entirely. Mercury retrograde in Aries on the 15th causes misunderstandings, making this an excellent time to go slowly in love and practice patience. Things heat up when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. Find creative ways to express yourself and share your love. You are serving up main character energy. On March 27th, Venus retrogrades into Pisces, encouraging you to reflect on events from early February 2025 regarding your family or living situation. The Aries solar eclipse on March 29th ignites your confidence and powers of attraction. A cycle that began in 2023 ends, leaving you highly empowered. Mercury retrogrades into Pisces on the same day, inviting you to surrender to the unknown and trust your intuition. Neptune enters Aries on March 30th for the first time since the 1800s, allowing you to better understand your role as a creator, lover, and active participant in a quickly evolving society. Any comments, any questions, any concerns before we get to my corner of the Zodiac? All right. All right. Here we go. Capricorn natives. This one is for you. Chaotic winds blow throughout March 2025, my ascending Capricorn natives. And yet, just like a mountain, you remain unmoved. The contentious energies begin when Venus in Aries goes retrograde in your fourth house of intuition and home life on March 1st. Over the next 6 weeks, you could revisit past heartaches or deep-rooted issues related to your family. Shit, the hell you say? On March 3rd, Mercury enters Aries and draws you closer to the people you feel safe with. A transformative lunar eclipse in Virgo arrives on March 13th, illuminating your ninth house of expansion and learning. As you let go of outdated beliefs, you come into closer conscious contact with your higher self. Mercury goes retrograde in Aries on the 15th, urging you to be patient with your people. This is an invitation to quiet your mind so you can relax your body. Enjoy a renewed sense of energy when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. Your intuition will be amplified, allowing you to trust yourself more. Turn your living space into a sanctuary where you can search your soul. Venus retrograde slips back into Pisces on March 27th, inviting you to revisit old conversations and ideas. The Aries solar eclipse on March 29th brings an emotional breakthrough or environmental change. Previously buried feelings from deep within are revealed. Okay. Mercury retrograde enters Pisces on the same day to remind you that there is no need to rush. Neptune dips into Aries on March 30th for the first time since the 1800s, influencing undeniable collective change that inspires you to speak from the heart. Oh, damn. You will be protecting what and who is most important to you. Glad you can make it, Victorious. Glad you can make it indeed. You're never late. You are right on time. Aquarius natives, this one is for you. March 2025 brings distressing cosmic weather, my ascending Aquarius natives. However, always remember that every storm is followed by a rainbow. Volatile energies begin when Venus in Aries goes retrograde on March 1st, creating tensions in your third house of communication and community. Throughout the next 6 weeks, reflect on how you want to connect with others. Mercury enters Aries on March 3rd, awakening confidence. The Virgo lunar eclipse on March 13th touches down in your 8th house of transformation. A sudden, shocking revelation regarding love, money, or your manifestations could propel you onto an entirely new path. On the 15th, Mercury goes retrograde in Aries and urges you to pause before making bold statements. Take the initiative to bring your vision into reality when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. Share your message and motivation from a place of empowerment. Venus retrograde slips into Pisces and your second house of money and self-esteem on March 27th, promoting a review of how you manage and multiply your assets. A courageous Aries solar eclipse on March 29th brings a total shift to your communication style and the way you use your words. You realize the positive impact your brilliant ideas could create and how important it is to share them. Mercury retrogrades into Pisces on the same day, bringing potential delays with resources. Embrace creative solutions and a healthy dose of patience. When Neptune visits Aries on March 30th for the first time since the 1800s, you could feel wildly creative and eager to share your solutions as you witness the collective energies around you taking new shapes. All right. All right, I'm cool. I don't know about this revisiting past heartaches or deep-rooted issues related to my family nonsense in the Capricorn soul vibe, but however, okay. All right. I mean, if it's ultimately for my good, I've processed through, everything that I've totally been aware of that I was holding on to from my past and things of that nature. However, I could have something that's still lingering down there in the stank part of my soul that needs to be brought up. So I'm always for this shit to come up. I'm always for it. I'm just feeling like, okay. I mean, I'm pretty empty on as far as that is concerning. But other than that, the cosmos has a way of reminding you that when you think you finished with some shit, you're reminded that you weren't. That there's at least one more again that it can happen. All right. Finally, Pisces natives, this one is for you. The cosmic waters of March 2025 are dangerously choppy, my ascending Pisces natives. However, every wave you conquer is a testament to your strength. Turbulence begins when Venus in Aries goes retrograde in your second house of wealth and self-esteem on March 1st. Over the next 6 weeks, it will be important to manage your money responsibly and fine-tune your talents. Mercury enters Aries on March 3rd, sparking innovative ideas and new ways to increase your income. Relationship dynamics transform during the Virgo lunar eclipse on March 13th. That lands in your 7th house of relationships and trust. Your closest connections are evolving, and so are you. The way in which you give and receive love undergoes a major makeover. Mercury goes retrograde on the 15th, inviting you to pause and re-strategize. Avoid risky financial investments and draining side hustles. The sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox, amplifying your confidence. It is easier to create prosperity when you pursue your passions. Venus retrograde sways into Pisces in your first house of identity on March 27th. If you have been too hard on yourself, it is time to change that. Solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th brings the opportunity you have been waiting for, perhaps since 2023. Your well-deserved success arrives. Mercury retrogrades coast back into your sign on the same day, reminding you to honor your boundaries. When Neptune visits Aries on March 30th for the first time since the 1800s, it brings a deep awareness of your values and how you want to share your energy with a very quickly changing society. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Your mastered self awaits you. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru. Yeah, Robin, you got a kick out of my saying about that stank part of your soul, huh? I'm opening up the airwaves for any comments, any questions, any concerns about anything I've read. Anybody need? I know you got in late, Victorious. Would you like for me to go over to Taurus Soul Vibe?
Absolutely.
Okay, you guys don't mind if I go over to Taurus Soul Vibe for Victorious, do you? I didn't think you guys would.
Thank you.
Let me find it here. All right. Taurus natives, this one is for you. March 2025 is fierce. However, so are you. And your strength and implicit self-trust will definitely guide you to and through many fiery and intense events and happenings throughout March 2025, my ascending Taurus natives. The intensity began when Venus stationed retrograde in Aries in your 12th house of spirituality on the 1st. Explore how your goals and relationships align with your deeper emotional needs. On the 3rd, Mercury entered Aries, enhancing your intuition and empowering your gut instincts. You may find yourself more attuned to dreams and curious about the spiritual side of life. Your concepts of romance and creativity evolve during the Virgo lunar eclipse that enlivens your 5th house of pleasure on March 13th. Clear the space for something beautiful to be born. When Mercury in Aries stations retrograde on the 15th, it is time to rest your mind. With a double retrograde, both Mercury and Venus, it is imperative that you master the art of relaxation. Meditation will feel nourishing and help you connect with your higher self. The vibe changes when the sun enters Aries on March 20th, the 2025 spring equinox. The start of spring restores emotional confidence. Venus retrogrades in Pisces in your 11th house of friendship and faith on March 20th, offering you a chance to heal or be healed. The Aries solar eclipse on March 29th instigates sudden personal and professional change. A cycle that began in July 2023 ends for you, and you are ready for what is up for you next. On the same day, Mercury retrograde slides back into Pisces, encouraging you to carefully communicate. When Neptune dips into Aries on March 30th for the first time since the 1800s, you could feel a soul calling to share your gifts. A new passion project could be discovered by following your intuition. Any comments, Victorious?
Yeah, this sounds all about right. I'm in a 9-month. So this is all starting to align up. I'm starting to feel things falling away. I'm still processing everything. Um, but I'm gonna leave it at that, and we'll further discuss this as we move down the line. But like everything is just like showing up. So I know it's a graduation period. Things are falling away from me. Things are coming up at work. And somebody said something to me recently about worrying about things that you can't control. And it was something that I absolutely needed to hear at this point in my life, because when I knew that I was in a 6 year and a 9 month, yeah, my mind is spiraling a little bit, but I just know that I have to take it one day at a time.
Take it one day at a time, and don't give any thought energy or emotional energy to anything outside of yourself that you cannot control.
I'm a little nervous with some of the politics that are happening, and so to hear that pre-worry thing, just let it
Yeah,
go.
just let it go.
Let
Just
it go,
yeah,
because
yeah,
there's
just let it
nothing
go.
going to be do about it.
Yeah, I touched on this in the beginning of the broadcast. I can't control shit out of Washington D.C., so I'm not even going to be concerned about it. I'm not concerned about it. I'm giving my thought energy to my shit. And I'm encouraging everybody on here to give your thought energy to your shit.
And I need to hear that.
Washington, D.C. will take care of itself. And trust me, the shit that is going on in
The
Washington,
people
D.C.,
will speak.
in Washington, D.C., trust me, everybody is not going to be happy. However, the changes that a lot of folks have been screaming for 60 years are coming.
Pluto and Aquarius.
They're coming. They are coming.
Oh,
They're coming. And the cold part about it is most folks ain't gonna be able to receive it because of who the change agent is. I don't give a fuck who the change agent is. I'm glad the change is here. I don't care if it was Attila the Hun coming with it. Bring it. Bring it. Anything has to be better than what it was. Because the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, shit changed and it was better than what it was.
for
So
whom?
I'm sure that at the end of this in 2043, we're going to be living in a place that is going to be better than when the shit started in 2021. I believe that. The universe is undefeated, man. The universe ain't never lost a radical change ever.
And remember, things always get worse before they get better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm not even concerned about Washington, D.C. I'm not concerned about none of that. I'm going to tune in 30 minutes and I'm going to watch this address to Congress. And I'm not even really concerned about what he's really saying. I'm going to look at how the folks in Congress are going to be acting like little bitches they're going to be clapping and making noise and trying to disrupt, and instead of just sitting their ass down and chilling out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be watching about and laughing at how they're going to, some of them are going to attempt to obstruct this joint session of Congress. And it's
Can I make a
pathetic.
statement?
Yes.
I just have a question. How do they think this is all going to end when it's all said and done?
They're not
We
thinking
all
about that part.
saw, here's the thing, we all saw the collapse of Rome, right? And it's just like history repeating itself. Because I'm gonna leave it at that. But
Of course.
most of our structure is based on Roman principles and all that. And they did the same thing that they did thousands of years ago, and we're just repeating the same thing. You starved out 99% of the people, and what happened? They came knocking at your door like, where's the food? Where's the resources? And what have you done with them? And then it collapsed their whole economy.
The whole
So what do you think is about to happen right now?
it's already happening here.
But you said this 4 years ago.
Yes, I did.
No, 8 years ago when
Yep.
Trump was in office. Well, whatever. When he was in office, and you said he was just exposing.
That's it. Yep.
Exposing.
Yep.
America.
So and anybody Anybody who has ever felt oppressed by the system, felt overlooked by the system, felt you've been trampled over by the system, felt you've been treated unfairly by the system, anybody that falls into that category should be happy as fuck about what's going on right now, regardless of what party you align with. Anybody who has felt that the system don't give a shit about you should be ecstatic about the panties being pulled off of the government. Should be ecstatic. Should be. Regardless, this transcends political party lines. This is like I said, this is the recalibration of a nation. Radical change is not pretty. Radical change is not smooth. Radical change has casualties. Yes, Miss Williams, yes, it does. US chart is riding Sag. Yep. Yeah. Chime in and tell us why that's so significant during this transit.
My bad. I actually was thinking about how my generation is in the 12th house to the chart, and
Yes.
how the millennials, like we got a reputation, you know what I'm saying? Our age group has a certain expectation because we're Pluto Scorpio generation. That's the millennials. The actual millennials is really Pluto Scorpio.
Yes.
And it's like we always had this way of knowing there was a blind spot that was taking place in our, our school system, how our parents was, and stuff just did not make sense. And we always had to get together and have a conference about it, because it was like, when we get older, this is how we gonna do it. When I get older, this is how I'm gonna do it. And then it was like, they would tell us like, that's unrealistic, or you can't do that. And it's like, but what you mean? And a lot of that stuff connected back to a time, ancient time, not a more recent time than they were referring to.
Yes.
So Pluto is in Aquarius, which Aquarius represents knowledge. So we are about to find out something very, very great about our generation, as well as the trine over to Pluto Libra's generation, Gen X. Yep. Like, and it's just going to make a nice and beautiful wave in ascension. And I just, like, the frequency is good. Like, you feel good. Feel good. If you can get on the energy of feeling good, and maintain that, that's your key to unlocking your ability to fly and move in whatever direction you want to. And a lot of people are starting to detach from the 3D or the material being that.
Yep.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the Jubilee.
It is. It is time. It is time to leave all of that nonsense behind. It is time to truly step into who the fuck you are, boldly, and not even looking back at what you didn't have or what you don't, just going forward boldly and believing and living in the abundance of who you truly are. Each one of us on here is an abundant mofo. Ain't no broke mofos on here. Ain't no lacking mofos on here. Ain't no fearful mofos on here. We are all abundant and authentically ourselves, unapologetically. So boom, boom, boom. Embrace your authenticity right now. Embrace everything that you can't control. Distance yourself from everything that you can't control. Like I said, I'm going to tune into this address. I'm going to be the observer. I don't really give a shit, like I said, what he says. I'm watching how the folks are going to be interacting and the reaction that one side is going to give when he says something versus the other side. When he says something that riles up, I want to see the reaction, because the folks who are going to tune in to watch this tonight, they're going to be watching it. Yeah, it's a spectator sport indeed. So I'm thankful and grateful for this month. I'm thankful and grateful for the energies that that will be affecting me this month. And I welcome some choppy waters and some fierce shit. Yeah, come on. What? Yeah, do you want to drudge up? You want to drudge up some things I may have still been holding on to from childhood? Bring that shit on. Bam, bam, bam. Am I still carrying a torch for something that was toxic and dysfunctional? Bring that shit on. Boom, 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 boom. Because as soon as I get rid of all of that shit, the lighter I become and the higher I can ascend. And that's for everybody. That's for all of us. That's for all of us. So enough of my soapbox. Natanya, chime in and let us know how things have been going for you lately, please.
Hey, things are going okay. I was saying that things have definitely been choppy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, so that said, I actually was getting ready to sign off. I'm tired.
Okay.
I've been working all day.
Okay, well, I appreciate you checking in and stopping by. You know, you are always welcome, and
I'm
great
gonna come
things
back
are
and watch this.
great
Yeah.
things are ahead for you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Floor is open. Anybody got any comments, any questions, any concerns they'd like to add before we shut it down?
I
Anybody?
kind of want to say something, but then I'm thinking maybe this should be a conversation for later.
Trust your
Only
intuition.
because it's dealing more with politics, and I keep saying what I'm saying. And my only concern is that this 1% and everything that they're doing, how do they think this is going to turn out for them?
They're not thinking about that.
They're not thinking like there's no
They're not thinking about the
farsightedness.
outcome. They're not thinking about the outcome. They're desperately attempting to hold on to power as it already slipped through their hands. They don't even realize that the power has slipped through their hands already. They're still acting as if they're the ones in control, and they're not.
Yeah, I mean, because how do you think you're going to control like 99% of the people and most of your finances are being given to you through corporate welfare? Like, how do you think this is going to end for you? I don't know. I'm sorry.
They're not. Yeah. They're not thinking about that. They're not.
I'm just slightly disturbed by this, and it's just like it bothers me. But I wanted to chime in too on what Lemon said. I'm sorry, I'm calling you Lemons. But she's absolutely right. And then I'm also thinking too, also about like I was looking at the stellium last night that was lined up, and the generation, and I want to keep talking about this because these are going to be the future people that are going to save this from the tyrants. And here's the thing, like we keep thinking that like people have not been fighting. People have, especially us, people of color, we have been fighting this system and fighting this system and fighting this system. And now people are starting to listen and people are starting to wake up. And now it's a little late. And now you got certain people of, you know, like we're tired. And now they're like, well, aren't you going to continue to fight for our rights? And it's like, well, we've been fighting. And so it's like, where do other people stand up and start fighting for themselves? And how do we surpass this situation? And how, because here's the thing, unless we realize that it's the smaller people, which they call the minority, unless we wake up and start rising and fighting together, we're never going to win this battle. And they've done a really good job at dividing people based on color, gender, or whatever. And we don't figure out at the end of the day, if they're coming for immigrants, eventually they're going to start coming for us. And then they're going to start coming for other people until we realize, like, until we wake up and start fighting together, we're never going to overcome this situation. So it's not about blacks and whites and this and that. It's about poor and rich. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Anybody else? Ms. Mocha, you good up there? All right. All right. Since there'll be nothing else, this has been on the Sevens with Pfeiffer's B Metatron, where we come to awaken to our mastered self, ascend with our evolving soul, and expand our consciousness mind. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you for your support and encouragement. Please continue to keep on the Sevens with Pfeiffer's B Metatron, a part of your soul's journey as your mastered self awaits you. Let me leave you with this. As above, so below. As within, so without. As of the cosmos, so in your soul core level, it is so, it is so. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Until we gather again, goodbye for now. I am Pfeiffer's B Metatron on the Sevens, signing off. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru.